On Sunday morning, an Amtrak train crashed into an unmanned freight train in South Carolina. 2 Amtrak employees were killed and 116 passengers were injured. Robert Sumwalt, chairman of the National Transportation Safety Board, said the accident was caused by a locked track switch. The padlock switch steered the Amtrak train onto a track where a CSX freight hauler was parked. For more on this, we go to Jamie Finch tonight, former Director of Government, Public and Family Affairs at the NTSB. Jamie, nice to have you with us tonight. What happened here from what you know of it?
Well, it seems like there's been a human error of some sort, and that's one of the reasons why PTC was originally passed into law as a requirement for Class 1 railroads and passenger railroads, anything that's commuter, Amtrak, et cetera, that are carrying passengers would have to have PTC by the end of 2015. We've obviously passed that date. And
so this was definitely preventable.
Well, yes, it is, but there's been some reasons why the technology has been delayed in implementation. Some of those reasons have been, number one, and this is the number one reason, it was a completely new technology. When Congress passed the law in 2008, the technology didn't even exist completely yet. And so there has to be rigorous testing, there's a great deal of expenditure. This is one of the most expensive mandates that the Federal Railroad Administration has ever placed on the railroads in history.
So where does this infrastructure fight play in all of this?
Well, that's very interesting. Since one of the main reasons for the delay has been funding issues, especially with some of the freight carriers, the commuter carriers and these smaller carriers that carry passengers locally. The cost is extraordinarily large for them, and there has been a limited amount of federal funding that's coming into this program to assist them.
This is the 3rd fatal crash in 2 months. Who ultimately bears responsibility for all of this? I mean, is there a systematic issue here that's not being addressed?
Well, the ones that I've seen and that you're referring to, all of them had a very different element. You know, you have one that's a grade crossing, and obviously that's a human error, that's a failing on the driver's, more than likely the driver's fault, of the vehicle, because they were on the tracks when it was crossing. And it did have a flashing signal, I believe, in that particular case. And then you have this one that is a human error, but also the system of positive train control was not implemented yet. Mm-hmm. And if that had been, it could have. But I mean, hindsight's always 20/20. But there's a lot of economic factors that are going into this. There's a lot of technology factors, and integrating these technologies into the current systems, into every kind of train and every type of system that's already existing, is very complicated.
It's just a fact of life. These trains can't slow down fast, can they?
No, they cannot. It takes about 18 football fields for a train to stop.
Okay, Jamie Finch, great to have you with us tonight.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.